Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less.
You know, for many years, there has always been a lot of questions around what the TheFearRaiser means. I mean, I don't blame any of the people who've been wondering that. I mean, even I have had trouble understanding what that name means. But in the end, you know, after all this time, nearly 10 years here on YouTube, I have finally made a video where I explain to you guys what the TheFearRaiser is, what it means, and why I chose that name. Now, that all being said, I feel like in order for me to explain to you where the TheFearRaiser, the name, came from, I think I need to talk a little bit about my past. And before we get into that, guys, I just want to quickly shout out the one and only first member here on the YouTube page. Thank you so much. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you for joining the TheFearRaiser membership program. I don't really know where I was going with that. And if you want to join, feel free to do so. But now, I'll just get right into the thick of things. So guys, if you've watched my stories here on this channel, and I have a lot, I don't blame you if you haven't watched many. There's a lot here on this channel, and all of them are true. All of them actually go back to very weird, strange situations that happened to me growing up as a kid all the way till now. And the truth is, guys, you know, my life has just been awkward, and I'm sure a lot of you out there can relate with that. You know, life is awkward. Life is always a constant, and things are always happening to us. You know, every single day when you step outside of that room that you're in, maybe right now watching this video, or perhaps you're in the bathroom, I don't know. When you step out of your room, step out of your house, go into the world, anything could happen. You know, from the greatest things to the most tragic things. And I think that is a proper lesson to be told here because, guys, a lot of us are afraid to even go out and do stuff. But the point I'm trying to make is it doesn't matter how you feel because at the end of the day, life is going to happen. And what can we do about that? It's really about how we look at life. It's all about how we approach the situations we are put in. And the only way that we can actually figure out how to react in those situations is simply by going out into the world and just facing them. You think I wanted to do this? I am literally in the middle of nowhere. It is cold. I took my jacket off. Just to look cooler. And I'm sick of wearing this. I'm sick of wearing this jacket. I wear it like every day. It's falling apart. But, you know, the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is that, you know, there's life is always awkward. Life is always happening. And that also included me facing those things too. As I grew up as a kid, I became very anxious a lot. I was very awkward. I never had a lot of emotional support. And I always just kind of felt like I was struggling alone. You know, I feel like I've maybe brought it up a couple of times here on this channel, but guys, you know, I've always struggled with friends. I've always struggled with connecting with people. You know, besides my family, my close family, I've never really had many friends stay in my life for too long. And it's unfortunate, and it happens. And that's life. People change, people move on. And, you know, it was just a really unfortunate situation that continuously happened to me growing up. Now, before some of you say it, was it my fault? You know, I definitely can't say that all of the friendships I lost were not my fault. You know, people change, I've changed. But I can definitely say that there was never a time in my life where I specifically went out with malice intent to ruin a friendship or anything. I think a lot of the friendships that I fell out of were just purposely out of just not feeling value from the friendship. I think something I really struggled with growing up was feeling respected by other people. You know, being an anxious person as a kid or, you know, teenager, I think a lot of people took that opportunity to take advantage of me. They took advantage of the fact that I was shy, I was awkward, and, you know, I would probably do most things simply out of the fact that I was just really afraid of confrontation. And that was a huge problem for me, and it happened often. You know, and it wasn't actually until my later years where I actually began to develop ways around this and actually realized that it was all kind of just me letting these things take control of my life. I just wasn't taking control of my life. And with all these situations that happened to me as I grew up, it always felt like it was some sort of essence, some sort of being that followed me around, almost like some sort of persona in a sense. You know, another version of me, this thing inside of me that was always just like, it always kind of felt the same. And throughout the years, you know, this thing, this demon, if you want to call it, this being that was within my mind, you know, that I kind of struggled with my anxieties and depression and all that kind of stuff, I began to recognize it as something. And I ended up nicknaming it. And, you know, it was a persona of mine, an alter ego even. And I called it TheFearRaiser. I nicknamed my inner demon TheFearRaiser. This guy right here is actually the embodiment of how I used to feel growing up. If you go through my videos, you'll see that I'm always this like awkward kind of person that always has these issues and is always overthinking, and you know, there's depression with that and just all these other things, obsession. And the truth is, guys, the TheFearRaiser is my alter ego. It is my inner demon. It is the person who I felt I was growing up. And I took that character that was within me and I wanted to make it into something and make it into a character. And throughout the years, it kind of developed into this, you know, this guy right here, this hat. And, well, not this hat, but this character. You know, the purple sunglasses signifies fear. And, you know, the two stripes in the hair, by the way, it's from Soul Eater. There wasn't any deep thinking in that. But the rest of the character is me. And that was the whole purpose of that character and the TheFearRaiser. So there it is, guys. Here it is right now, me revealing the truth. The TheFearRaiser is my alter ego. It's my inner demon. It's the embodiment of all of my anxieties, fears, problems, depression, everything growing up as a kid, all put into one face, one character, which is TheFearRaiser. You know, in a way, I think it's a little fun that I named my inner demon something, not in a way that's like worrying, because I don't want people being like, bro, are you okay? No, but you know, in a way, the point I want to make here with this video, guys, is that we will always have our demons. We always will. We'll always have things that will keep us up at night. Will make us struggle. You know, depression, anxiety, problems in life, society, friendships broken, love lost, and all this kind of stuff, you know, it's gonna happen. And it's better to get comfortable with it than to pretend like it's not gonna happen, because it will. And I'd rather be prepared, and I'd rather acknowledge that life is full of ups and downs than to just act like I'll always be okay until I'm not. So with that being said, guys, there's the truth. There is the reason why I'm called the TheFearRaiser. That's why I called this channel the TheFearRaiser, and why the TheFearRaiser was a persona I went with so long. And it developed into this brand. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go head home now because it's still cold here. And I'm gonna put this jacket on and get going. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, take care and have a great day. See ya. Oh, need my jacket.